Well, good morning and welcome to Manic Boat Adventures. Well, I'm getting myself ready for the Sea Angling Classic. It's Sunday today, Father's Day, and I'm going to just sort of get all my bits and pieces ready. Me and Skip, there he is, sitting on the carpet. Me and Skip are going to get ready and get all our stuff on. So I've bought myself a travelling trolley that so I can put my stuff on and all my bits and pieces. I've actually put a microphone socket up under here now, and I'm going to try and run two microphones, or try the microphone there, run a lead round here, so it just might give a better sound. And I've got all my trail and my plot set up, so if I show you this, I won't go through the process. You've seen it in the last video how I do it. You sort of put a dot outside the marina, scroll around to Port Solent, put another dot there, and then do dot to dot. At the minute we're on shaded relief, but when I go, I'll go on a nautical chart. So let's just show you how I show you the route where I'm going to go. I'll put it onto a nautical chart and then we go from there, and then we'll have a walk round. Obviously I've had this this sexy new deck done, and my mat has turned into Chewbacca. I don't know what this is all about, so I've got a new mat to come. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the deck. I'm waiting when I get back. I'm going to get all of these interior cushions done the same as this, which is vegan leather, which basically it's vinyl, marine grade vinyl, but it's super comfy. Where they were sinking, you know, they've been there for 20 years, and I've got a load of rubbish on the table but I think you've seen it in the previous video. I've got my Manic Fishing logo on there. Right, what I'll do is I'll switch around and I'll show you the route that I'm going to take down to Port Solent. Right, so let's just show you how my plotter is. So this is on a relief shading, so that's on Navionics. I can literally, I can't, if I put my back unit on, it'll go on to, I've got the back unit on as a card with CMAP reveal. Actually, I'll put that on now, and then you can see the comparisons. So let's just, have you seen the new sun guard I've got made up? That's it. Right, so I've just put the back unit on. So now I've got the Lowrance base map, Navionics and CMAP. So this is on the Navionics. That's on a CMAP. So there's not really a lot of difference. And I'll be honest with you, what I do is I use what is ever best for me. So this, like the detail here on this Horse of Willingdon, if I switch this over now to Navionics, I prefer this. It gives me more of the gullies. But saying that, CMAP, I went out the other day, the video that you was supposed to be uploaded for Monday, I'm going to do that when I'm at the Sea Angling Classic, because it's quite a big one. I went and I fished a load of U-boats and other things, and what it was, I've got literally, if I just come out of here and go to waypoints, I've literally got on my I've got, I don't know if it tells me how many I've got, but literally I have got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of wrecks and marks. And back in the day, what you would do is you would get yourself, let's say for argument's sake, this is a wreck here. So what I would do is I would go on to a site which is, I used to use Wreck EU, which is a diver's site, and it would give me a position here, the center. And then what I would do is I'd get to that center point with my boat and I'd zigzag up, down, and every time the sounder come up, I'd put a dot in. So let me see if I've got a wreck here that's already, there we go, look, we got one here, which is the Oceana. And this is how I used to, look, can you see all that? So this is how I used to do it. I used to dot it all out And obviously I've missed some little bits here, but it gives you a general idea. So I would have had a center mark and I would have run up and down every time the sounder comes up. That was how it was. So slowly I've been taking these dots off because they're a pain. But what it was I was going on to some wreck. So if I just do, this is already, there's a guy who's already, one of my favorite wrecks, and it was a sort of a secret wreck, but he's already done a YouTube video of it, showing it, which, well, there you go. What can I say? But, there you go. Look. We got submarines, we got U-boats, we got all of these different things. Well, see on here, right, you can't see that. Now, if I switch over to C-map, right, it'll just come on now. Where is it? There you go. Now you can see that, look. So you can see that one on Navionics. If I go, sorry, you can see that one on C-map, but if I go onto Navionics, you can't see that. Can you see? So what I do is I use whatever is best for me. Whatever is best for me, I'll use. So look, let's go back. Let's clear the cursor. Let's go to more options. Go to chart options. I want to get rid of this overlay. So it's a base map. That's how I'm going to go out. This here, I explained in a previous video. This is a safe route in to the marina, taking me right, you know, as close to the lock gate. There's a lock there, but that will take me in there safe. And I set that on a spring tide at low water, so I know it's a definite safe channel. But this here is my route. So look, if I go here now, if I go back, so look, it says there, look, Port Solent. So for argument's sake, let's just clear that. So if I go find routes, so I've got the harbour and I've got Port Solent. So if I go to Port Solent, this will show me all the bearings and the legs and how many. So literally this is all where is it? There is God knows how many different legs where it will take you to the safest point. So let's just go and let's just show you this now. So I put a safe mark here. So when I come out the marina, that's a nice safe area. Here is that is a safe watermark. That's what you follow in when you're coming into the marina. So this is my route. So when I come out of here, I'll just hit Port Solent and it's going to take me right the way around Beachy Head, right the way along. Let's just zoom this down a bit. Right the way, that's the wind farm, past the wind farm. So then I'm coming up across the loo here, and then this is up into Portsmouth. But what it does is that there's a submarine barrier that you have to go through, and it takes you through all of these safe paths so you can get through here. And then obviously when you come across, you go into the small boat channel and it takes you right the way up. There's Portsmouth there. Takes you right the way. This is a small craft channel. And I believe that was Gunwharf where we did the competition the other time. And then I come across right the way up here, round the bend. And what I've done is I've stopped my trail. I've stopped my trail here on this shallow water mark. And then what I do is I radio into the to Port Solent on channel 80, go round. And because I'm fishing, I'm doing the media on the Sea Angling Classic. I think they're going to try and get all the boats in this area here, but I think the visitors berths may be here. I'll have to check. But what I've done is I've actually reserved myself a berth in the visitors. Let's just clear that cursor so we're back to Sovereign Harbour. I've actually let's put you up here. I've actually reserved myself a berth in the visitors berth as well, so if it's a bit hectic round there and the noise of the pubs and whatever at night, then I'll just move round into the visitors berth because it's a bit quieter, because obviously I'm staying, so I shall be there. I'm going to leave here Tuesday about, I don't know, no rush really, probably get the 12:30 lock. I'll check the tides. It'd be nice to go up sort of with perhaps get a couple of hours of the flood and that, and then get the ebb tide. So I've got the ebb tide going up there, but it don't really matter too much. It's going to be a pretty flat, calm day. I've got all my stuff on there. I'm going to do a bit of fishing. I'm going to do some fishing with Robbie Northman, who's Lowrance ambassador. He's also a Savage Gear consultant, and I'm going to take Charlie. Well, Charlie is involved with all of us guys, the ambassadors, so he's on the stand there, so I'll help out on the stand, same as I did last year. Do a bit of fishing. I've got some good friends up there, obviously teammates, and there's just be loads and loads of people up there. Good old Mike Caves up there, so we'll do some stuff. Jason Williams has got his brand spanking new cat. We want to have a little go out on that. Paul Callis, the Crusader guy, he's fishing it. We've got Gemma from Ship Happens and the Crusader girls. They're all up there, so it's just going to be a blast really. But this sort of video, this is why I set this channel up. This video is for Manic Boat Adventures, and that's what it's all about really, you know, just trying to do these videos. So we've got, it's only me and Skip. There he is, my little baby. Poor old Pip is going to stay with my mum, and she's not looking too happy about the fact, but she'll be sport rotten. As I said, all of this interior here will all be done with this leather, but what the lady's got to do is do these two cushions first and then get the exact height, and then it'll all be done in memory foam. So I'm just going through all of my stuff, make sure I've got all of sort of all my safety equipment's on here anyway, but just checking. So in the fridge here we've got, let me just show you. So I've got a fridge freezer here. So I've got my water and bits and pieces, and in here I've got some bones, and my dog eats he eats raw meat, so these are little 100-gram raw meat I get from the butchers. So I've got about, I think I've got about 8 of them, because we could be up there for 8 days. And he's got a few bones and whatever else. Let's try and get that in there properly. And then I've got me bacon, water and whatever else. Steve put me some nice new doors on here. So we got the coffee machine, but unfortunately, which was extremely disappointing, when I was messing about with the water pump wouldn't work, I pulled my glass lid down on my cooker and it smashed into 1,000 pieces. So Steve just basically put me a crude bit of wood on here, but this glass is smashed into 1,000 pieces. So I'm getting a toughened glass one made up in smoky glass. So we've just got a bit of old board on there for now that'll just do, just for the trip down there. We got the posh Tomissimo coffee machine, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think I got enough coffee in there. What do you reckon? Hot chocolate. So we got a fan there with this this heater. Obviously we don't want the heater on, but it has got a ventilation. It's not a aircon, but it'll just blow cold air from outside inside, so it'll just be nice nice and cool going down there. Obviously these windows open up, and yeah, we should have a nice trip down. And I'm going to give I'm not going to take my jet wash with me, but I'm going to give the boat a bit of a clean. It was supposed to be the cabin and the gunnels was all supposed to be cleaned, but the guy who was supposed to do it has been so busy, so he's going to do it when I get back, which is unfortunate because I wanted it to look all sort of sexy and shiny when I got up there. And then he's going to do the gunnels, do the hull when it comes out the water for the service and everything else. But yeah, so I've got my trolley there that folds down, so I don't have to rely on the Marina trolleys. So I'm just getting my water, my other bits and pieces. I've got my cool box up the end there, which I'm gonna fill up. My friend Peter Warren said I can go round into the west, and he's got the fish shop there, fantastic fish shop in Eastbourne. It's opened up now. I think it's Bremer's, I should know really, but he's got a fish shop in the marina, absolutely superb, fresh fish that he catches himself. So he said I can call in there, fill my icebox up so that I can put my drinks and whatever else in what I can't fit in the fridge, and some other bits and pieces, and that cool box will keep it cold for 4 days, 4 or 5 days, probably the whole trip. So I'm gonna check my oil, check my belts, check all my bits and pieces, make sure everything's ready. I should be able to get up there and back on the fuel because it's 63 miles to Port Solent, so that's say 125. If this does 2 litres to the mile, I'm going to get 175. But what I'll do is I'm going to fill up probably at Sparks. It'd be a bit cheaper. If not, I'll fill up at Port Solent, and then just to be safe than sorry, you don't want to be running out. But yeah, just hope you enjoy the journey. I'm going to put the camera up on the top there, and we're going to do a like a time-lapse thing like I did when I went over to Brighton. How well that'll turn out, I don't know, but we'll see. And then we're going to go through and we're going to go and have a look at a few restaurants. The facilities there are absolutely superb, but we'll look at some of the facilities there, and just maybe do a few interviews with some of the fishermen, and have a look at their boats, their setups and everything else. So yeah, next time you see me, hopefully I'll be at Port Solent. Right, so me and Skip are just waiting for the lock to turn. Let's just turn this radio down. We're waiting for a big there's a big famous ship coming in. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Skip's got his life jacket on ready, his crew saver, and I called into the west and I got a nice load of ice to keep the drinks cool. My friend said to me to call in and do a little bit of fishing on the way, so I might do that when I get around sort of I think they're going to be out sort of around the head round there somewhere, but I'm not sure whether I'll stop or not. We're just waiting for this big old ship to come through, and then I think I can go in the lock. So yeah, I'll put you on time lapse, and we'll see if we can get a little bit of the recording of us going out, and then we go from there. arrived in Port Solent now. I've got the I think the tightest berth you can get my boat in, but we've managed to do it. I've had to borrow an extension cable, which doesn't look super safe. So what I'll do is I'm going to later on I shall walk you all round the marina facilities. I'm going to go and get a shower, so we'll see what the facilities are like. But yeah, all in all, quite a pleasant run. A little bit bumpy on the way. Skip's had his dinner and he's now munching on a bone. So yeah, we'll get ourselves all set up. Hopefully the electric will go on soon, and then we'll have a little wander around and see if I can see some people here. As I say, we're a couple of days early. Competition doesn't start, well, I think it really kicks off on Thursday, the registration day, and then Friday and Saturday is the competition. So we'll get ourselves all ready and then go from there. Okay, so we'll walk you around. I'm going to go and see my friend now, so I'll turn you around. That's Lady, that's Bernadette there. So I did a just pulling my trousers up. I did a little video on my iPhone. Hopefully that will come out okay, of the bathroom. So I'll walk you through. As I said, the facilities here are quite nice. It's a lock entrance. Seem to be very dog friendly, very clean. You've got the usual suspects, Witherspoons, which don't entertain dogs. I don't believe inside or out. Absolutely shocking, but I think every other restaurant I've been to seems to be fine. So we're just going to get up to the gate. I've showed you the toilet facilities. We'll go around and meet my friend and go from there. So it's all a fob system, and to exit the gate you just push that, and hopefully the dog won't pull me over. There's a visitors facilities here, so we're just walking to the facilities now. We're going to have a look to see what this is. The customers facilities here, which are quite nice. So there's some quite nice, there's quite loads and loads of room here, and I'll show you where I was. They've got mirror with a handsome guy filming, hair dryers, and this is the facility I was in. So obviously same sort of thing, sink, toilet. You've got a pull down chair there and a shower, which is extremely powerful. Now what I'll do over here, we've got like a marine superstore. Let's see if I can zoom you in on that. We'll go and have a look at that a little bit later. And this is the entrance here to where I'm staying. It's quite a nice marina. Got restaurants and everything there. Unfortunately, where I am staying, let me just get my fob. So it's all fob entrance, which every Premier I can access. Some quite nice boats, but unfortunately where I'm staying right by that hoist, and at 7 o'clock this morning that was blasting up. So they've got a little area here for the ribs, and obviously all the yachts and whatever else, and you'll see Bernadette in a minute. There's my boat, and I expect you'll hear my Yaki dog on it in a minute. There's Bernadette. So we'll just walk you down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you around and show you the restaurants. I went last night to a fantastic Italian restaurant which served me at 10 o'clock last night. which was awesome. You know, really, and they are dog friendly. Apart from Witherspoons, Witherspoons have got a really disgraceful attitude towards dogs. I don't know why. But there's my little baby, panting, looking for me. Right, so let's just get in. I'm going to go and meet my friend, and then we'll go and have a bit of lunch. So what I'll do is I'll walk you around this way, and then we can see the Marine Superstore and the other bits and pieces the Marina has to offer. So there's a big boat yard over there, like a dry stack, and we'll walk across here. I'm going to go in there. It's fatal really going into a marine shop. It's a bit like walking into a fishing tackle shop. It's not advised. You end up buying stuff you don't need. And over there, you can't really see it, but over there there's a massive great field which the dog can have a run around in and have a play. So you've got a self-storage unit there. You've got Marine Superstore, which is I'm going to go and have a look at it. I think I looked at it last time I was here. And Volvo Penta, there's a cover place there, but we'll go and have a look in that Marine Superstore. I've heard it's dog friendly, so we'll soon see. Hopefully Skip doesn't wee up the rope. So we'll walk up there and I'll switch you on when we get inside. So now we've got hats, beanies, fire extinguishers. These are these crew savers, yellow ones. So this is the white one I've got. Horns, handheld, and you've got some quite nice gloves there, which is no good for fishing, I don't think. This is more the yachting side, and obviously you've got your replacement gas. And then loads and loads of probably super expensive clothing. But all in all, it looks like a fantastic store. So this looks like the new Cruiseover one that I may be waiting for. Now I'm just going to get a takeaway roll to take with me, and I've noticed this thing here. Now listen, Skip is not that sort of dog, but I think it would be rude not to let him have one of these. I just cannot believe it. Ice cream for dogs. So I can't see any raw meat on there, but I'm going to go and ask, and we're going to go and get him something. So let's go and see what the lady has to say. So you can start to see the Sea Angling Classic flags as we're coming up, and we've got all these other little shops here, little marine stores, so we'll probably go and have a look at some of these. And this is the boatyard the boatyard office here. Come on, Skip. Pissing everywhere. So as we're coming round the marina part here, we'll go up to the Lowrance stand, where I believe I'm supposed to be doing a little bit of relief work, helping out there. Just hope I don't get asked any technical questions. So yeah, we've got all the bits and pieces here, so let's just go and have a look. And I'm meeting my friend there at this restaurant, the Wildwood, and that's a dog friendly restaurant. They said as long as you sit by the bar you can have the dog there. Yeah, I'm not super confident because when I pass people and whatever, it makes you look a little bit of a dork, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. As I said, it took a long time to get Manic Fishing up and running, with my confidence. So I don't know if Charlie and Robbie's back yet. They want to go out tomorrow, but look at the flags blowing. It's going to be a blowy day, and I'm going to head back on Sunday. It is blowing 18-mile-an-hour winds, but it's southwesterly, which will help me. So it's blowing from the west towards the way I'm going. Let's just have a look. I don't think they're back yet, so that's our stand. And they're not, they're still out. So let's see if we can find David and have a coffee and have a bite to eat. There he goes again, cocking his leg. Right, let's go and find my friend. So he doesn't seem to be in here, but as you can see, you've got all of these other restaurants here coming round. Look, they love some flags. So let's have a walk up, and we'll walk through this way. This is like a walk through. I believe this is where I had my food last night. But it's quite pleasant. You've got all these different restaurants and kitchens and little tapas bars. So we'll have a walk round. If I can't find my friend, then I'll give him a call. As you can see, there's all little. This is where I think I went last night for a little meal. We'll walk around once. We'll see if we can find him. Knowing David, I expect he'll be in a bar somewhere. But yeah, it's quite a nice little restaurant. Quite a nice little mews they've got here. So is that my friend there? I'm not sure. He's he knows everybody. Oh look, we've got some clothes shops here, so we might have to buy ourselves some new shorts and other bits and pieces. There's like a mews here. I don't know quite what's through up there. There's a bar here. And what I'll do is I'll get to the end of this. Oh look, looks like a pirate bar there. So I'll get through to the end of this section here, and then I'll see if I can find David. I'm sure he'll be here somewhere. So this is the Spanish tapas bar. This is where I was last night. Brilliant food. And then there's an Italian restaurant. And this gentleman last night, he gave me a meal late last night. So, hiya. So what I'll do is, I'm getting down to the Harvester here, and I'm sure this is where David will be. It's a bar. So let's switch you off and see. I'll give him a call and see if I can find him. So look here. So this is fantastic. Look. Ice cream for dogs. So I don't think that's very healthy, but we shall see. This is amazing. So we might have to spoil the dog today and get him an ice cream. So we've got two selections here. We have got this one here, and we've got a vanilla. So this kind gentleman here is going to give me both. So we'll see what Skip thinks of it all. What do you reckon, Skip?
Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning, and I'll be honest with you, the weather is going to trap me here. I was going to go tomorrow morning, and it's sort of blowing 17, 18 mile an hour. Well, it's nothing in this boat, but it's going to be a bit uncomfortable. So look, let me just switch around here. So on this unit, if I go to info, so there, look, we're on a ebb tide here at 1:43. It's slack water. Then I get the flood tide, so that will take me even though it's a little bit of wind against it's not that much wind. I mean, it's about 13-14 mile an hour, but tomorrow if I leave, it's like 18-20 mile an hour and 0.8 meter swells, so it's not going to be great for me to travel. I mean, it won't be too bad getting out here, but by the time I get over to Eastbourne, I'm going to be like nearly meter swells and the wind against me. So what I'm going to do is, I was supposed to go fishing with Robbie Northman today and do a little bit of bass fishing, but I'm going to cancel it. I've got this rheumatoid arthritis, as you know, and all of my anti-inflammatory tablets I left in my truck. So I've just been topping up on cocodamol, and obviously they mong you out and they don't make you feel great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang around here till about, I suppose, about 1 o'clock. It's 10 to 10. I'm going to hang around here till 1 o'clock. Then I'm going to go around and I'm going to get some fuel, fill right up, and then I'm going to head home. Yeah, look, I hope you got something out of the video. We did a little bit of fishing, which I'll put up on my other channel, some wrasse fishing, which was great fun on the slow pitch jigs, the new drift ones I got given. Little old Skippy's been having some bones. So I mean, I did a little bit of a review round. It's reasonably dog friendly. There's a few restaurants that were quite nice, and every one of them, apart from Witherspoons, boo to you. Yeah, they wouldn't even let you sit outside and have your dog, but all the rest of the restaurants were really nice. And the facilities here are superb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and see Robbie, and just tell him that I'm not going to be able to make it. Literally, I can barely bend my fingers, and it's only going to get worse. And as I said, cocodamol, it sort of takes the pain away, but it also takes your brain away, and it's not a good thing. So I think I'm going to go. I would have liked to have seen all the lads come in and celebrate. Obviously, you know, I don't drink, so I don't get involved in that side of things, and it will be a massive piss up tonight, I should think. Yeah, I'm going to fill up. Let's see what we got. So I've done 102 miles, so I could easily get back on what fuel I've got, because it's only 62 miles. And if this does, let's say it does 2 litres a mile, I've got 75 miles, but why risk it for the sake of, if I only get, if I've got to divert or do something else, I've got like 12 miles of running to play about with. If this is a 350 litre tank, I've only got, it'll do 175 miles. I don't want to be playing around with it, so I'll fill it up here. They're going to give me a premium price here, so I'll fill up here, I'll go round there, and then I'm going to make my way back. So it wasn't too bad sleeping on here. I'm so made up with the furbishing that Claire Dobbs done for me, and obviously the flooring and everything else. So what I'll do is I'm going to get myself packed up, I'm going to get round, get my fuel, and then I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge and get myself back to Sovereign Harbour. So hopefully next time you see me, in maybe a couple of 3 hours, I'll be back in Sovereign Harbour. I'll see you there in the lock. So I've just got into Sovereign Harbour. Took me about 3 hours, just over 3 hours again. So a little bit lumpy to see. There's Skip. So at least we're safe back in Sovereign Harbour. A couple of yachts there and other people. But yeah, a bit of a lumpy journey back, but at least we're back safe and sound. Listen, I hope you got something from the video. I tried to do the best I can with the facilities that were available and other bits and pieces. I would have liked to have stayed there till the Sunday, but the weather conditions were just horrific on Sunday. I would have been coming in on 20, 22, 25 mile an hour winds. But I hope you got something from the video. Look, please subscribe. Manic Boat Adventures. I'm just trying to do the best I can Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.